So, before I continue with the video, I just wanted to explain the video and give you a little backstory. If you saw our vlog from last week, I mentioned that I had some health concerns at the end of last year. So this week's vlog will be focusing on my gallbladder removal surgery. For anyone watching this video, I hope this video gives you an insight on gallbladder surgery and what to expect if you are having the same surgery. So let me take you back to 2 years ago with my story. So about 2 years ago, I started getting these pains, which I thought were chest pains, which was just under my chest. These pains were causing me not to breathe properly. I knew it wasn't a panic attack because I've had panic attacks. I remember the pains just getting worse and feeling of not being able to breathe, and I would wait for about an hour and they still wouldn't go away. I'd walk around, drink water, they would not go away. When they got really bad and I got really scared because I thought there was something wrong with my heart, I would call 000, and the first couple of times paramedics came to our house and assessed me. At the time I could hardly breathe, so they had to take me into hospital, did all the tests in the hospital. They did all my heart tests, a lot of blood tests, ultrasounds, ECG monitoring. They couldn't find anything wrong with my heart. When the paramedics did come to my house, they would give me like strong painkillers to help me. So once that kicked in, I had no pain, and that was while I was already at the hospital where I was getting assessed by doctors and nurses. That would happen every 6 months or so. And then fast forward to November 2021. This was about a week after I had other health concerns that I went to hospital about, which I will speak about in another video. So this episode again happened where I couldn't breathe. I waited for about an hour to see if that pain would go away. It got worse, probably because I also panicked because I again didn't know what was happening, and because I was just in hospital a week before for other things, I immediately thought that this was part of it. I remember the paramedics coming to my house again, and because I already had the same feeling a couple of times before, again they thought it was my heart, did all these ECG and all these heart monitoring assessments and gave me painkillers, took me to the hospital. I remember being in the emergency department, lying down in the hospital bed, and this one doctor pulled up my gown and started pressing on to my stomach. She was like, "Does this hurt?" And I was like, "No." "Does this hurt?" She was like, "No." And then she pushed onto my right side and pushed, wasn't even hard, like she just pushed slowly. And I was like, "Ow, ow, that really hurts." She said, "It could be your gallbladder. So you need to go get an ultrasound on your gallbladder and get it checked." I also had to do more checks with my heart because at that time, while I was in hospital for those couple of weeks, my resting heart rate was too high. So she also recommended that I get a Holter monitor to wear for 24 hours, which would check the activity on my heart. After going home from the hospital, I went to my GP. My GP gave me a referral for the Holter monitor, for more blood tests, and for an ultrasound on my gallbladder. First thing I did was I had the blood test, and then I also went to an ultrasound. The technician was doing an ultrasound on my gallbladder, and I remember him saying, after that I had my Holter monitor appointment. I had to be fitted for a Holter monitor and have that on for 24 hours. So after I had returned my Holter monitor, I didn't see my GP just yet because I needed to wait until those results were sent to my GP. And so this was about a week after my last episode. I had another episode where I couldn't breathe and I waited. And again, I thought it was, I thought it was something to do with my heart because I was having trouble breathing. I remember just waiting, trying to get it to go away. It was very uncomfortable. And then what had happened was, because I wasn't given any painkillers, any strong painkillers, I could feel that the pain was no longer under my rib cage, but it was on the right side. And this pain was excruciating. Like I couldn't move. I had never felt pain like that before, so I was so scared. I didn't know what it was at the time, so I did go back to the hospital. I let the doctor know that and so it turns out that the pain that I was feeling at the start was indigestion, which I thought was to do with my heart, but I guess I was just panicking. And then because I was giving strong painkillers, I didn't feel my gallbladder attacks. But because this last time I didn't get painkillers until towards the end, when I had already was feeling the attacks, that's when the doctors knew that it was to do with my gallbladder and not with my heart. So I remember being in the hospital. They had already given me painkillers, did a lot of assessments on me. The doctor did check my ultrasound results because I hadn't been to my GP yet. So this doctor from the hospital checked my ultrasound results, saw how severe my gallbladder was, as it had a lot of stones, and that's what was causing the pain. And also the lining of my gallbladder had already been inflamed. So the doctor said that it needed to be removed. What would happen if I did get it removed? If we remove it now, it just means you can't do anything for the next 4 weeks. And I was like, okay, no, can I not remove it right now? Like, I will eat healthy, I'll do what it takes, but I can't get it removed now because I've got my last nursing placement to finish, and like I can't push that to another date. Like, I have to finish that. So that's what had happened. So I wasn't getting my gallbladder removed that time, and he said that I would just get a phone call to be put on the waiting list. A couple of weeks later, I got a phone call to say that I was on, a letter actually. I got a letter to say that I was on a 3-month waiting list, which I think is category 1 or category 2. I think it's category 1. That I was on a 3-month waiting list to get my gallbladder removed. And at that time, getting the letter, I had already finished my placement, which I was very happy about. And during the time of the waiting period, all I did was eat healthy. I didn't eat anything fattening because that was what was causing my attacks. Eating meat was causing my attacks, which I didn't know back then until I remembered what I ate those days that I did get the attacks. Fast forward to March, I had my surgery on the 1st of March.